Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to race number 12 of the ASRC Sportsman Series. We have the AP25 at Road America here tonight, folks, and we should be in for a good one. We, of course, will be turning left and right at this very long, I believe it's just under 4 miles here, folks, and yeah, it should be a fun one. Whole bunch of tricky turns here at Road America, so it will really be the drivers against the track as they try and manage all 25 laps here. We'll be just going over 100 miles here with the scheduled length distance, and we'll have a yellow at lap 10 to bunch up the field. So some pretty wild stuff on the docket here tonight at Road America. We are in Elkhart, Wisconsin. Cheesehead Mania over here. I know we have the Lions versus Packers game on right now, so I know we'll have some diehard Packers fans in the stands, but I gotta root for my Lions as well. So as we look towards the board here, we got Andrew Payne at the top of it, looking pretty good. Second place, Dan Parmalee, right there, about 2/10 behind Andrew Payne. Tanner Tallarico in third. Fourth place, Eric Papinow. And rounding out your top five is Nick Fleury. Then leading the blue division is Skip Gandy. Seventh place is Justin Callahan. Eighth place is Jeff O'Quinn. Ninth place is Michael Witt. 10th place is John DeMeester. And then rounding out your field for practice laps times is Jamie Beasley. We'll go see if we can maybe check out any cars. Maybe we'll see how Tim Rogers' cars look on track here. As he shoots down into this turn, rolling it. Very nice looking machine. Tim Rogers, pretty good road course racer. I know he really enjoys racing at Watkins Glen, with that being near his home in New York. But as he gets it sideways there, let's see if he can make this corner, because getting sideways means you carry too much speed there. Got it wound up enough to keep it on track. A little off the racing surface, but very nice recovery. As we would go back to the scenic cams here. Very peaceful before the craziness that is going to come here in about 10 minutes. But before we go racing, we got to go through qualifying. So be sure, folks at home, if you want to ride with a certain driver here in qualifying, be sure to leave it down in the comments and we can ride along as they tackle this tricky track of Road America. As we get ready to click over to qualifying here. Cars getting their last couple corners in, getting ready for this all-important qualifying, because this can make it or break it, especially if there's an incident going into turn one with everyone being bunched up, not being able to see your braking points. It's definitely going to be a hectic first couple corners as people try and remember where all the braking points are. As we now head over to qualifying, we'll go try and see when the 7:10 maybe of Dan Parmalee will roll out to take his time lap. As he is running another awesome scheme here. We're looking at Dan Parmalee in the 7:10 here, folks. Coming up to start his first lap, a very long out lap here at Road America before you actually take the green flag and when it actually matters. So we'll watch Dan get on his out lap here, get up to speed, and then see what other cars can do. As we'll see at the bottom, if anyone else starts taking times, we'll be able to see it live there. we come through the big long right hand sweeper here. Then it leads on to a pretty long stretch and then a sharp right hander to the longest stretch of the track here. That right hander that we just went through leading to this can make or break a lap with depending how good you get through that turn. As we get close to the end of the outlap only here for the 710 machine of Dan Parmalee. We'll get on the binders for the final turn, and we will start his time lap as soon as he crosses the start finish line once he crosses the hill here. So we'll see how Dan Parmalee can how well of a lap he can put up. As he puts it down into turn one. Very smooth, very clean. As he goes through the gears here. Getting it wound up for the next right-hander. Also, another interesting fact about iRacing is if you at all get an incident point such as going off track or losing control of the car, that will invalidate your lap time. So these qualifying laps have to be completely on track and completely under control as well. So very hard to do as Dan Parmalee swings wide, and that may invalidate this lap for the 710 machine. So maybe while he finishes his lap here, we'll go to the other driver that has a big shot at the pole tonight, Andrew Payne. We'll see how he can do, and then we'll click back to Dan Parmalee for his second lap. As Andrew Payne now goes through the same turn, we saw Dan Parmalee stick his right sides off. Andrew Payne does not have that problem. We'll see how he does through these next couple turns as they are very technical through here. Not a lot of runoff room. As we wait for the board on the left to populate as people start hitting their lap times. About a 2-minute and 15-second lap is about the average on the quicker side, but maybe closer to 2 minutes and 20 once the tires start wear. But get ready for people's lap times to start coming up on the board once you see that at the bottom of the screen. We'll see as Andrew Payne drifts that 93 machine out of that corner, trying to carry as much speed as he can. We'll see if Dan Parmalee can put down a lap as he completes that final segment. And it does look like his lap was invalidated, so he'll have to give it his best shot on this second lap as Andrew Payne comes to the final corner of his first lap. We'll have to see if he kept it on track the whole time, as Eric Papineau is the first to complete a lap on the clock and goes to the pole with a 2:15:20 as we get Andrew Payne here. 2:12:77, so a very good lap from that 93 machine for his first lap. Nick Flory now slots in for P2. We'll go back to the 710 machine, see what kind of lap he can hit, as I believe he just made it through the right-hander that he stuck it off last time. I think he kept it on track by what I saw there, so I'll have to see how this 710 machine does for this second lap. As we will go look at maybe an onboard shot as he finishes up his last little bit of the lap here. as we'll hear him work through the gears, hit the apexes, and see what kind of lap time he can hit. As he comes off the final corner, we'll go up over the hill and we'll see what kind of lap time the 710 machine can hit. As he does a 12:13.07, so just only 3/10 behind Andrew Payne, the pole sitter. So an impressive second lap to have that little fall off for the 710 machine. Yeah, Carson, the only real big sleeper pick I can see toward the top is maybe if Nick Fleury or Tanner Tallarico can get up in there. I think tonight's race is for sure Andrew Payne or Dan Parmley's race to lose. Andrew Payne came into this race pretty confident with everything, and Dan Parmley, we know, is a great road course racer. We saw him put his skills to work at the Glen, so we'll have to see how both of these guys do. As we'll go see who else is out here making a lap. We'll go to the 5 machine as he tries to complete his first lap here of Nathan Goot. We'll see if this lap counted for the 5 machine. And it did, and it slots him in just at P10, so Nathan Goot slots in at P number 10 there. So running down our qualifying order, we of course have Andrew Payne at the top of the board, followed by Dan Parmley in the 710. Third place is Nick Fleury in the 25. Fourth place is Tanner Tallarico in the 1. Fifth place is Eric Papanow in the 43. Sixth place is Skip Gandy in the 20. We got rolling off in the 7th place is Jeff O'Quinn in the 94. 8th place is Justin Callahan in the 75. 9th place is Michael Witt in the 26. Rounding out your top 10 is Nathan Goot in the 5. Bringing it home 11th is John DeMeester in the 2. And rounding out your field tonight, folks, is Tim Rogers in the 21 machine. As we have about 30 seconds left in qualifying here, folks, before we get rolling for our main event. 25 laps, 28 actually, but 3 of those laps will be under yellow due to the yellow being thrown at lap 10 to bunch everyone back up. So hopefully we are in for a good one. A little bit lighter on the car count here tonight, but I don't believe we'll have any light action on field, as we'll get probably a handful of off tracks, if not more, due to how difficult this track is to stay on and hit your marks lap after lap. As we'll go to the grid here and see where everyone is, see the order that we just ran through. As we look for the field gridding here, we've of course got Andrew Payne, the pole sitter, on the left side of your screen there. Dan Parmley to his outside in the 710. And we had 2 drivers not take a time in qualifying that have gridded up. It is the 24 machine of Richard Pruitt, and then the 4 machine, or the 39, of Jamie Beasley at back here as well. So the back row did not take a grid time, wanting to start in the back, let the carnage happen in front of them, and see what they can do from the front. So as we wait for all the cars to get to the grid, I think we're just waiting on the 21 machine of Tim Rogers. We can see that he is on the track now, so we will get rolling for the AP 25 at Road America. a very long formation lap. So what do we say about trying to talk to our pole sitter Andrew Payne as they get rolling around here? We'll see if that can if we can get a word with him real quick. Hey Andrew Payne, you got a copy of Brett in the booth here?
I got a copy, Brett.
Alrighty, man. So you did it. You qualified on the pole. How's that 93 car feeling here?
It feels good. I mean, the car's fast. I can get it around here really well. Honestly, I'm a little nervous for the race just because I haven't been driving around people too much. I don't know how it's gonna drive, and so yeah, I don't know how tonight's gonna go. I hope we can make it through turn one, everyone in one piece, but we won't know until we pace around this 4-mile racetrack. So.
Yep, very true. Luckily, you get one of the easiest spots to start from at the pole, so you don't have to worry about missing your braking point due to a car in front of you.
Yeah, hopefully I actually didn't ever practice starts, so I might just miss my braking point in general. So let's hope I don't do that, because it's very, very high likelihood I can do that. You know, I don't think any of us have run a race here in a long time with these cars, so it's very easy for one of us or all of us to miss a braking point going into one.
Oh man, it is definitely a difficult track here with how skinny the racing groove is and how little opportunity you have to put a wheel off and actually recover from the mistake. So definitely, just like last week, it seems like it's going to be the drivers versus the track once again.
Yeah, it's you dip a tire off here, and unless you dip it off on a straightaway, you're most likely going to be done for the night. Just gotta hope I don't do that. Just gotta not overdrive it and stuff like that. And yeah, like you were saying, it's definitely gonna be, it's more gonna be us versus the track and less of us versus ourselves.
Alrighty, Andrew. Well, as you guys get ready to go through this long straightaway, anyone you want to give a shout out to or thank you to on the car before we go green?
PepsiCo, Tanqueray, Luke Oil, Frito-Lay, our title sponsors for the series. Home Metal Fab, Citrus Head Saw and Mower, QuickTime, V&H Fresh on the car, my parents, my grandparents. I want to say thanks to my fellow teammates at Downforce. Thanks to just everyone for participating in the league. It's really fun and cool to see everyone out here on road course, especially because it's not everyone's forte, but it's cool seeing everyone out here trying to make laps and just trying to race the race and stuff like that.
Alrighty, well, thanks again, Andrew. Best of luck to you, and I'll hopefully talk to you after the race.
Yep, thank you, and good luck up in the booth tonight.
Thank you. And that was our pole sitter, Andrew Payne, as he gets ready to lead the field to green flag. We are on the final straightaway here. We'll look for the pace car to make the right-hander here to dip off the track. And then anytime now, the 93 machine can fire off and lead us into turn one. He's probably going to wait till he gets over the hill if he can to prevent some wheel spin. And he is off. We are green flag racing for the AP25 at Road America. As Andrew Payne gets a huge jump here going into one. They haul it down into turn one. And everyone seems to be still on track, as I can see. So everyone made it through turn one here, as we have a two-car breakaway between Andrew Payne and Dan Parmley at the front of the field. We'll look back a little bit further here, see if we got anyone battling side by side. I assume no one's too aggressive to make it side by side in a corner just yet, this early in the race. As we come down to turn three, this is the tricky one. This is where a lot of people can make a mistake. As I almost thought I heard contact. Maybe not. As we see Tim Rogers quickly making moves through this field, already up to 9th place after qualifying 12th. So Tim Rogers is a man on the move. as we're right here in the Rogers Cars 21 machine as he looks to get another here. As we look back to the front, Andrew Payne still leading the way over Dan Parmalee. And then followed by Tanner Tallarico in third. Nick Fleury sideways off that turner fourth. Eric Papinow right behind with Skip Gandy right on his bumper. Skip Gandy is right now leading the blue division. But don't look too far behind as Jeff O'Quinn is the next car in the blue division right on his bumper. So we will have to see if the 20 machine can pull away from the 94. If the 94 is just getting in the rhythm, getting in the groove of things. As Tim Rogers is really trying to get past the 75 machine. He really had to get on the binders that last corner out of the corner of the screen to not get into the back of Justin Callahan. As Tim Rogers dives to the right side, gets on the brakes nicely, and is polite about the spot. Alrighty, one car off the track so far. I think the 24 machine had a little bit of an issue. Hopefully he got that. I think he got that thing back on track. Doesn't look like any damage on that Lukoil 24 machine, so Pruitt is looking good, and we'll be looking forward to that yellow flag here in a few laps. As we look at the battle for the lead, about 3/4 of a second, Dan Parmalee is behind the race leader of Andrew Payne. We'll have to see how this works out, as this place is very abrasive on tires, so that means that if you push too hard, get these tires too hot too quickly, they may never come in and be very difficult to drive. So we'll have to see how these guys can pace their tires, as we do get a competition caution, but after that it is way longer of a run than this first one to try and manage your tires and make sure that you still have grip to run this tricky track. We look here, Nick Fleury falling back to 5th position, Eric Papinow up to 4th, and then Skip Gandy holding off Jeff O'Quinn for that 6th position. Tim Rogers was able to get by Justin Callahan and is now looking for the bumper of Jeff O'Quinn, as you can just see them in the distance in this long front stretch straightaway. Only one off track so far this race, so very clean start to this race. As Carson, I think Tim Rogers will be tonight's biggest mover of the race, as long as he is able to finish this race, that is. We'll go to the front of the field now, as we go to the back here, and it looks like, oh, we got one car maybe wrecked here. We'll go back to the 4 machine of Jamie Beasley. Let's see what happened to the 4 or 39 car. He's going down the hard hill braking zone to the left-hander, and oh man, gets some wheel hop, it looks like. Starts getting behind it, misses the corner, and oh man, Hopefully he gets that thing wound down enough before he gets the tire barriers. It looks like it, but an awesome save to keep that thing from being totally wrecked. But a big time loss for that 4 machine. But luckily he'll have a caution flag here in a few laps. As now, as I said something, now the off-track counter is up to 3, at least 3, if not more. So very quickly went up in numbers in a short amount of time. As we go to the 4th and 5th position battle here of Nick Fleury and Eric Papineau. They are some of the closest battles on gap besides the one for the lead, but Dan Parmalee seems to be blinking just a hair, so I think that's why iRacing gets a little confused there with who's what. But Dan Parmalee now within half a second of Andrew Payne, definitely keeping the pressure on that 93 machine, keeping him on his toes. As we already have one car in the pit road. Richard Pruitt looks like he is on pit road. I'm trying to see. Of course, we don't have a good camera angle, folks, to see. Oh man, some heavy damage to that 24 machine. Has no hood and must have hit a barrier pretty hard. As looks like also the 21 machine of Tim Rogers got off track, and so now we're up to at least 6 different incidents of off track. As Tim Rogers, this tough left-hander coming down the hill, gets a late break in there, maybe a tick of wheel hop, not too much, but just carrying too much speed, and locks him up, keeps him off of everything. But yeah, bummer for that. 21 machine, as we'll try and see what happened to Richard Pruitt coming in to the right-hander after the long back straightaway, and oh man, just had way too much speed, and oh, that one's gonna hurt. So the 24 machine is on pit road with some significant contact with the tire barrier. As we go to the front, and the gap is now once again about a second from Andrew Payne to Dan Parmalee. As that 21 machine, folks, still having a little bit extra problems here trying to work on the 26 of Mike Witt, and gets that left rear in the grass, so detrimental to these NASCAR style cars. Luckily throttles out, oh, just barely, a little bit of damage. I shouldn't say just barely, a little bit of right side damage to that 21 machine, but a huge time loss and a lot of positions. Was running right around the 8th, well, was running 8th, now back to 11th for that 21 machine. So a bummer to see for Tim Rogers as we go back to the front of Andrew Payne, still leading the way. As we have a Ford leading the way, followed by 3 Chevys, and then the only Toyota in the field is driven by Nick Fleury. Dan Parmalee gets an awesome run down that straightaway. I mean, he picks up a ton of time on the leader, Andrew Payne, out of that right-hander, but seems like he loses a little bit of time through these next two corners, unless Dan is on a mission now. Yeah, he's still catching on our leader, so as we have the 21 machine of Tim Rogers on pit road. Let's see what happened. Oh, the 21 machine of Tim Rogers already with an incident. Let's see what happened. Oh boy, folks. Now the 21 machine again puts his left rear off the track, tries to save it. And like we said, folks, so little room to make a mistake. And then following that, it looks like the 5 machine of Nathan Goot, same thing to the Tim Rogers machine, puts that left side left rear specifically off the grass, and so hard to keep under control. Nathan does an awesome job there, keeping it the right direction, keeping it not spun out or anything like that. So we'll have to see, as I think we gained a commentator in the booth. Is that Tim Rogers I see in the booth here?
Yeah, sorry about that. My push to talk wasn't working. What's going on, Brett?
Not too much. I think we might even have another broadcaster under the yellow. I heard the 24 machine of Richard Pruitt, who's also with you on pit road, Tim, may be coming in the booth as well. So the booth is about to be crazy.
This is about to be a wild booth here for Road America tonight.
Oh yeah, for the AP25 at Road America. As we continue to look at the leaders here, we're riding on board with Andrew Payne leading the way over Dan Parmalee still. And we got to be getting close to this yellow flag, Tim, right?
Yeah, and I'm surprised. You know, I didn't see a lot from back there, but I don't think Andrew's running away with this thing.
He is not. I think the biggest gap Dan Parmalee has allowed that 93 machine to get was only a second. So Dan Parmalee is definitely keeping the pressure on Andrew Payne and keeping that 93 machine on his toes.
Yeah, definitely exciting to see some close battles here at Road America. Like you said, we're coming up on a caution. I didn't realize we had a caution, or I must have completely forgot.
Yeah, but, Tim, yeah, you could jump back in the car and give it another whirl if you really felt like it.
Oh, no, this is not for me, man.
Oh, yeah, I said it many a times in the pre-race. This track is very technical. It's you versus the track. Little to no runoff room or correction room if you get these things out of shape.
Yep, you only have one shot to make the corner. There's not a lot, you know, just you have to be precise with your braking points. I mean, you brake a little too late and you're off in the sand.
Or worse.
Or worse, in the barrels.
Yep, in some tires or in some
That's what they're called, tires, not barrels. What am I talking about?
I mean, you could end up in the barrels at the start of pit road.
True.
You've seen that happen at Watkins Glen here, and that'd be a sight to see here at Road America. But I think I've been trying to keep track of the off-track count, Tim, and I think now we're at least up to double digits. I think we at least got to be up to 10 or 11.
That is 7 laps into Road America. That is no surprise, especially with these Xfinity cars. They're very hard to handle here.
Oh yeah, as I've counted, yeah, right around 10. The first 2 laps we only had 1, and then they started coming in a hurry, Tim.
Well, how about even before the race we saw a car go off? The number 5 of Nathan Goot decided to take a spin in the grass. Yeah, we were already counting off tracks even before the green flag.
Oh man, I did not happen to catch that on the broadcast, so pretty wild stuff to hear.
That's how hard Road America is, Brett. We got guys going off track during the pace lap.
Yeah.
Oh, as we see the 5 make hard contact. I don't know if you're on the 5 or not, but he just made hard contact with the wall.
All right, we have just went to the 5 machine. We'll try and get a replay here as we see come to the replay already spinning puts that left rear off the track, and oh man, a hard, like Tim said, a hard right front hit into the wall. That thing definitely going to be hurt after that. Yeah.
I mean, it's the broadcaster's curse. That was... I'm sorry, Nathan.
Yep. We are sorry up in the booth as Nathan puts it off track again in the sand trap. Luckily, keeps that thing off the tires. But a huge bump, I guess, in that sand trap.
Yeah, that was... They got to get that fixed. That's not safe for the cars.
Nope, as Jamie Beasley now follows Nathan Good through the sand trap. So 2 cars in the same sand trap there.
That's a very tough corner, though. That's very hard to find the braking point, too.
Yep, just like that left-hander. I believe it's turn 3.
I don't know what the turns numbers are, but yeah.
That one where you go down the hill with the braking. I believe it's 3. As we see Nathan Goot now taking that 5 machine to pit road. A bummer to see that. Hopefully he can get that thing repaired and get that thing at least on the lead lap by the time this yellow flag comes out here. And I believe 3 laps, Tim?
I believe so. But don't take my word for it.
Yep, I believe it is then as well.
Just want to highlight a driver here quickly, the number 2, John DeMeester. So far, lap 8 into this race, 0 incident points. Keeping it clean, just keeping it on the track, running his own race. How about that?
That's what you got to do, especially at these road courses, especially these tricky ones, as tricky as a road course as Road America is. Man, a lot of as in there. But, yeah, John DeMeester doing an awesome job keeping that Blue Deuce machine clean and green and making that thing survive till the competition caution here in a few laps.
Yep, that's just the name of the game here at road courses. You just want to keep your car on track and keep it as clean as possible. That's how you gain track position. You just got to run your own race and keep her clean.
Yep, as we'll go through the field a little bit. How about the 20 machine of Skip Gandy leading the blue division as of right now, Tim?
Yeah, and I believe going into this race, he was the points leader for the blue division. So gonna be if he can keep it clean, it's gonna be a nice points day for Skip Gandy here.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely enjoy. I know he's been really wanting an interview with us here, and if he can bring it home for the blue division, he'll definitely be able to do that. And I know he'll be pumped up for an interview.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time interviewing Skip, even though I haven't done it yet, but looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. As I try and get some stats here for the people watching at home.
Checking on the battle for the lead here, and it looks like Dan Parmalee has closed the gap on Andrew Payne here.
Yes, he has. Now, once again, right around a half a second to the second place machine.
I mean, he's keeping pace with Andrew. I mean, he's right up there. I wouldn't count him out yet.
Oh no. These guys definitely have their own pace, and then Tanner Tallarico has his own pace compared to Eric Papineau and Nick Fleury, so it's definitely these two guys' races to lose, depending on how they manage their race and how they decide to start battling, if we see them start battling.
Yeah, one small hiccup, one small mistake from any of these drivers, and for say Eric Papineau goes off track, I mean it's going to be a lot to make up.
Oh yeah, as we see, Tim, Tanner Tallarico from the 3rd position is pitting this lap. Same with Nick Fleury now dives at 2 pit road, so maybe some
strategy.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a little bit of strategy before the stage caution here.
Get a little track position, maybe start out front. You don't have
yeah,
to caution.
Some clean air. This could be interesting to see how this works out for everyone. As we look here, Andrew Payne continues to lead the way at the front of the field, but Dan Parmalee now within, what's that, about 3 car lengths, Tim? 3 to 5, depending on if
Yeah,
they're
I
under
mean, it
braking or throttle.
Yeah, it varies on which part of the track they're at. I mean, he's right up there though.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Dan Parmley tries to make a move for the stage points here. I believe there's either 1 or 2 up for grab for winning. I think there's no points for second, so whoever leads at the line of the stage, as Dan Parmley is right on the back bumper of Andrew Payne.
Looks like he was gonna make a move there almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know I wasn't here for the beginning of the race, but seems like Parmalee might have more long run speed than Andrew. Andrew might have the short run speed, but Parmalee might have him on the long run though.
Yeah,
Don't know.
It will definitely be interesting to see, as this second stage is 5 laps longer than this first one, so we'll have to see how people if they try and save some tire better, or if they try and manage their tires. As like you said, I think Dan Parmalee might have a little bit better long run speed, and that might come in big handy here at the end. As
We saw Parmalee lock him up back there in that one corner. Almost got into Andrew.
Yeah, and then Andrew locked up his left front there. But
so these guys they're not coasting. They're racing hard, man. They
yeah,
they got each other, and they're racing their keep it PG here, but butts off.
Yep, they are racing their butts off. As I think that should have been the race to the line. Andrew's gonna let everyone get back to the start finish line before he throws the yellow. So this should be interesting to try and watch that as we go to the 26 machine of Michael Witt, who says that he put it off track for a long time and potentially crashed a little. So we are watching the replay here and try and see what happens. Oh, the Corvette turn gets a little sideways under braking big time, hits the inside wall, but does a great job of not losing too much time with that contact, but a good amount of left side damage for that 26 machine.
Yeah, definitely tough braking zone there going uphill. It's just not natural for the car, and it's easy to get it upset going up that hill.
Yep, as Andrew Payne does throw the competition yellow, as right after that, Tanner Tallarico puts his car off track, so...
Oh, no.
And now Nathan Guis put it off track after the yellow, so I have no clue what is going on. And Jamie Beasley, so I don't know what is going on here, folks, but everyone putting it off track after the yellow and doing some drifting through the grass. Now John DeMeester went off track. What is going on, Tim?
Yeah, just for these guys who didn't, I don't know what happened with Tanner, but for these guys who didn't pit, just 10 laps on these tires, and John locking it up there, but just very tricky on old tires here.
Yep, I think this may give John his first incident.
Hey, 10 laps in.
Not bad.
Not bad.
As we go up to the front, we are under yellow, but of course, I believe we're trying to race back to the pace car, wherever the pace car is at on track. So definitely some interesting stuff going on here, and maybe while they do that, we'll go to our first commercial break.
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty, Tim, anything
Lewis, you've won so many times in your career. Monaco in '09, for example. How do you do it, man?
Well, you know what? There's always a way to win. There's always a way through.
Lewis is going to be the first human ever to race a car operated by artificial intelligence. Let's meet the competition. Aja.
Hello, gentlemen. In my simulations, I have beaten Lewis 148,623 times.
And how many real races have you won, Aja?
This will be the first. I see all the possibilities, Lewis. You cannot pass me. You do not win.
There's always a way through.
Lewis, congratulations! This was a historic win.
Well done, Lewis. But our race has just begun.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here at Road America as we see cars rolling out of pit road. We have Richard Pruitt now in the booth. Richard, you got some pit road reports to go over?
Yeah, it was 4 tires and fuel for the 710 machine of Dan Parmley. I heard he was taking it easy on the first 10 laps of the race, just trying to size Andrew up. I'll look for him to make a charge for this win. He's really hungry.
Oh man, so that's the update from the 710 machine. Tim, you got anything from anyone else?
Yeah, I was down here in the 93 stall. Crew chief Greg Zipadelli of Andrew Payne's crew chief said 4 tires, gas, and Andrew was loving the car.
Oh man, so those were the 2 main drivers on pit road from the front, but as you can see after the pit stop cycles, they are not the leaders. The 1 machine of Tanner Tallarico and the 25 machine of Nick Fleury pitted under green just before this competition caution and will cycle out as the front row. So guys, what do you think about this call?
I think it's a great call. It's the call that I was planning on doing myself before I decided to stuff it into the tire barrier and in the night for the old 24 machine.
Yeah, I agree with Richard. It's definitely something different, and I think if you can keep your car up front, you minimize tire wear and you have that clean air just to sail ahead. So I'm liking the call by the 1. And did Nick Fleury do it too?
Yep, he did. They both pitted together at the same lap, I should say.
I just want to point out on that pace lap, the number 94, Jeff O'Quinn, blew that right-hander. John DeMeester almost did as well.
Oh man, as we're getting some off tracks under yellow here, folks.
It's like I was saying, it's a tricky track. Hey man, it kicked my are we allowed to swear on this program?
I believe so.
Yeah, this track kicked my ass, so I can't really say anything, but I like to point out the off tracks.
Yep. As we still have the lights on top of the pace car, folks, so that means one more lap under yellow. Should we try and pull down one of these drivers and talk to them?
Yeah, why not? Let's get one down here.
All right, who are we feeling, boys?
Let's go with Dan Parmalee here.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to the 710 machine of Dan Parmalee. Hey, Dan, you got a copy of us in the booth here?
Yeah, I got you there, Brett.
Alrighty, so you have now 3 cars in front of you, fresh 4 new tires filled up with fuel. How's the old 710 machine running, and how are you going to navigate this restart here in a lap?
Feels pretty good. I know we got good pace. We were able to keep up with Andrew there, and actually, even watched him make a couple mistakes. So I'm just kind of buying my time here. Hopefully, maybe force a mistake on his part trying to get past Nick and Tanner. So we'll see. We're just going to take it easy, do what we can. Not going to put ourselves in a position where we might tear up the car.
Speeding in the pits. I'm supposed to let the 4 car by, but I don't have any idea where he is. So I don't.
As we have some
I don't know if you can.
Here.
Yeah, as it sounds like Justin Callahan is trying to get to the back of the field. But Richard or Tim, you got any questions for Dan?
Yeah, honestly.
No, I just.
Nobody catches you.
Dan, you're looking strong out there. Looks like you have something for Andrew. I just want to say good luck. Keep the car on track, and I'm rooting for you, man.
Thank you. We'll see what we can do here. Hopefully a nice clean restart. No issues with anyone trying to dive on the corner. We still got a lot of racing left, so I think it pays to be patient, take care of the car, take care of the tires, be there at the end.
Alrighty, I think Pruitt, did you have something to ask Dan here quick?
I was just going to say, do you think it's important to get around Andrew before you guys start battling with Tanner and Nick?
Oh, I'm going to let Andrew try to battle with these two and just enjoy the show, and hopefully they'll make a mistake and I can slide on through. I don't think it's much of an issue having to stay in front of Andrew and try to get by these guys. I'll let them burn up their tires.
Well, there we go, folks. That is the 710 machine of Dan Parmalee starting P4. So best of luck to you, Dan, and go get him after this restart.
Sounds good. We'll see you at the check flag.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I want to apologize for that, guys. I actually could not hear Dan's microphone, so if I interrupted him and cut him off, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. As we are about, halfway till we go green flag, so still another minute or two. So you guys were out there on track. Is 15 laps enough where you don't have to pit, or are we seeing these guys going to have to come down pit road one more time?
My dash panel was showing that I had about 21 laps of fuel, and that's more accurate than the iRacing, so I do think that it's going to be kind of tight, and they might want to be trying to save fuel under this caution period here.
Alrighty. So try and save some fuel. For sure, try and save some tire the best you can. You don't want to blow them off in this first lap. So it'll be interesting to see as we get to the backstretch here, as the one machine of Tanner Tallarico.
Let's restart, man. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Got to pull those belts tight, and we'll have to see if Andrew Payne dives to the inside of Tanner Tallarico going into turn 1. Maybe we'll make a bet here.
If I'm Tanner Tallarico, I'm going to be super defensive on this restart to try to keep the lead for as long as I can.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah, I agree with Richard. Just want to capitalize on that tire wear, keep it out in front as long as possible.
As we get ready to go through 2 more corners till the restart here. Our only yellow flag of the night was a competition caution here to bunch.
Tanner Tallarico slow on the track. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh man, he is back under power now, but yeah, very strange there from the one car. Maybe some sort of...
The 93 is coming to a stop, it looks like. Yeah, he is stopped on the racetrack and almost gets hit by Eric Papina and Mike Witt. Now he seems to get going.
Let's see what happened here as we'll rewind this, folks. I think Eric Papinow did get into the bumper of the 93 machine as he almost hits the one. Yeah, the one maybe saving fuel and the car didn't restart. Maybe the 93 the same thing, trying to save fuel and then was not able to get that thing restarted in time.
He's trying to get his track position back here, and I don't think he quite got it back, so that's huge.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, as we went green and Andrew Payne restarted in about the 7th position, so huge implications. And Andrew Payne has some left rear damage on that 93 machine.
Yeah, it looked like during that replay, it looked like Mike, sorry, I was eating a Kit Kat, but Mike Witt tagged him there a bit. A little damage there. I don't think it's enough to hurt the car.
But Tanner Tallarico's jumped out to a huge lead here, and now don't look, but that 710 machine is ahead of Andrew Payne. So seeing those two race, I think the win could potentially come down between those two. And now Dan's got the advantage over Andrew.
As Jeff O'Quinn actually looks to the inside of Andrew Payne going into that corner, doesn't quite make it stick, but
yeah,
crazy amount of racing.
Yeah, I agree, Brett. Andrew's gonna really have to play it cool here, take care of his tires, because it's not going to be, he's not going to have anything for Tanner or Dan if his tires are gone.
As we see out the top of the screen.
Of course, he's rejoined.
Yep, Jamie Beasley sticks it off in the sand trap, but like you said, Tim, Andrew Payne with that mistake there, like the Marcus Ambrose at Sonoma, really is going to have to clear his mind, get all that thoughts about, well, what if I actually did restart in the 3rd position? And just got to hit his marks, make his laps, make his tires last to come back to the front and give that 710 a challenge, as he is driving the wheels off that thing. We'll have to see if he has tires left in a few laps, as the 93 is pushing as hard as he can to try and get up through this field.
Might be a little too early to be that aggressive. Still 15 laps to go. That is a ton of laps at Road America.
Yes, it is, as he dove really hard to the inside of Eric Papinow for the 4th position and drove it in there super hard. Made it stick somehow, but he is on a mission and definitely pushing that car the hardest out of anyone in this field right now. With only one lap of green flag laps on the tires.
He is hauling it. He's on a mission. He wants to get back up.
And here comes Parmalee making a look on Nick Fleury to the inside here in turn 1, looking for the 2nd position, and it looks like he's going to get him on the exit turn 1.
Yep, as he clears the 25 machine of Nick Fleury. Now the battle will be between Nick Fleury and Andrew Payne, so we'll keep it on this 25 car, see how the 93 can get around this 25 car.
And we know Nick is one of the hardest guys in the league to pass, so it's going to be difficult.
Yes, it will be. Nick gives you a car length and maybe an inch more, but nothing more than that. As they dive down to this difficult turn 3, this left-hander here, as they all are able to roll it through there. Andrew Payne with maybe the right rear just barely off the track for a second.
Tanner Tallarico is still with a manageable gap in front of Dan and Nick, so that gap that he got on the restart hasn't gone away yet.
Yep, as Nick Fleury and Tanner Tallarico both are holding their own pretty well for the most part, with being around a lap older tires, but we'll have to see how once these new tires of the guys around him wear off, how they can fall into place, as Andrew Payne swings it wide, hard on the throttle, and
He's
whoa, he got loose.
He wants to get around Nick bad. I mean, he's got to keep it cool though.
Oh yeah, he is definitely pushing that thing hard. We'll have to see if he tries to make the same move that he did on Eric Papinow going into this right-hander. We'll see. He's looked to the inside. He is there in the grass. Somehow makes it stick for the most part, but Nick Fleury able to put the power down and re-clear himself.
Yeah, it's super tough to pass here. There's not a lot of passing zones because you really have to time everything perfectly, and like you might have to dive bomb a corner or two. It's just gonna happen here.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dan and Tanner seem to be pulling away from this battle for third place, so you know Andrew is really anxious to get around Nick here.
Oh yeah, he's going to try and get around him as soon as he can because he sees that gap growing to that 710 machine as he looks to the inside of Nick Fleury. Not able to fully outbreak him here, so we will keep the camera on this heated battle here going with 12 laps to go in this race.
Oh, he locks him up there on the inside.
Oh, there's going to be contact.
Oh man, maybe a tick of contact, maybe some net code, or maybe Andrew Payne just had to crank that wheel to keep it off the 25, but the 93 machine big time sideways off that corner.
Hey man, this is NASCAR. Rubbin's racing.
Oh yeah, it is. As every corner like that, I think it's getting the 93 machine a little bit more and more frustrated with this 25 car. He's definitely hard on the throttle, really trying to push that thing hard to get around Nick Fleury. So,
and the two leaders have stretched it out to a 3-second lead on these two. And while we were checking out that battle, Dan Parmalee has reeled in Tanner Tallarico for the lead. He's about to close on his bumper right here.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Parmalee about a half a second back from Tanner Tallarico. And then Tanner Tallarico has a 4-second gap over this battle on track. So this is the battle for the lead as of right now, about 2 car lengths, 2.5, and then looking back for the battle for third, about the same distance, 2.5 car lengths between the two cars. So some intense battles at the front of this field here.
I don't believe that one extra lap that Tanner's got on his tires. Here we go. Dan Parmalee looking to the inside here. There's going to be side by side. I think Dan might get him on exit, and it looks like he will. New leader, Dan Parmalee in the 710 machine.
Yep, Dan Parmalee clears Tanner Tallarico in that tricky right-hander. So we will have the third different leader of the race once Dan crosses the start-finish line here.
He's been so close on so many races to getting up there and leading and having an opportunity to go get the win, but he's had a few second-place finishes. And I had the honor of racing with him in the 24 Hours of Daytona a few weeks ago, and he's a fantastic road course racer, so I know he's super hungry to get a win here today and about 13 laps away from the finish.
And then,
yeah, Dan has surprised me all year. He was really good in the super late model, but he's on a next level here in the Xfinity car, road course or oval. He's just really good in these cars.
And then some big trouble for the 25 machine of Nick Fleury in the final right-hander. I think he locked him up trying to outbrake Andrew Payne and just stuck way too deep in there, locked him up, went straight and into the tire barrier, hard contact with his left front. So now that puts Andrew Payne, into third, but now Eric Papanow has somehow got around him. I think Andrew Payne actually went off track in the second right-hander. Looks like he hauled it in there. Maybe a little bit of wheel hop, but just put his left rear off the track, and we all know how detrimental that is. Actually, all 4 tires off the track, and that let Eric Papanow around for third place. So, very crazy amount of events happen in a short amount of time here.
Oh yeah, like we were saying earlier in the broadcast, you have to be super focused to put down a clean lap here, and when you're battling hard with other guys, you can lose your focus so quickly and just go off track there, as we see Eric Papanow lock it up there. Almost went off track.
Yeah, and so little room to make a mistake at it. Such a skinny race and groove track here. But the question that bugs in my mind here, guys, as we continue to click off laps, is what happened on that restart here coming to that green flag. We'll have to ask Tanner. Maybe Tanner knows. We for sure can ask him what happened to him, and we can ask him what happened maybe about the 93 machine. As some crazy stuff. I don't know, maybe
car definitely slowed before the 93, and then the 93 just came to a complete stop. So that is definitely interesting. Only thing I can think is Andrew had his car cut off to save fuel, and it just wouldn't crank.
Yeah, maybe Tim Rogers can run down to the booth and to one of their pit stalls, and whenever he gets a chance, maybe try and radio in with one of those guys and maybe get the inside scoop. As we click over 2:10 to go, we have Dan Parmalee with a 2-second lead already over second place Tanner Tallarico. Andrew Payne back up to third position. but a 10-second gap to the lead. So he's got a huge mountain to climb if he has a chance here tonight. Eric Papineau running in fourth, and then Skip Gandy leading the blue division, running in P5 as of right now.
Problem for Andrew Payne, even if he is able to reel in the leaders for that 10-second gap, as aggressive as he's been, is he going to have any tires left to challenge him once he gets there, if he does get there?
Yeah, those rear tires got to be screaming for mercy already, and we're only 5 laps into this 15-lap run as we see him loose corner entry, corner exit because of how hot those tires are on that 93 machine. So
the last update with iRacing, you really don't want to overheat your tires either. That's just as detrimental as tire wear. So if he's overheated those tires, it's probably like driving at Darlington.
Yeah, it definitely looks loose for that 93 machine as he is sliding and trying to put that power down as aggressively as he can every corner. As we have another driver maybe put it off track, maybe John DeMeester here. We'll watch the replay here and see what happened to the Blue Deuce. Going down to turn 3, that very difficult left-hander, and looks like just carrying too much speed into the corner and just barely overshoots it.
Did a good job of keeping it out of the sand trap there, and John's having a pretty good run today. He's currently in the top 10.
Oh yeah,
he's been keeping it clean, and that left-hander there is it's very easy to overshoot. You're going downhill, the track kind of curves. It's really hard to find a good braking point there. So I mean, overall, John's been having a good night.
Yep. As we now look at the 26 machine of Mike Witt, does an awesome job keeping that thing in the right direction as he put it in the grass there. We'll go to the next off track, which was Jeff O'Quinn here. It says he put it off track in the high-speed right-hander. Does get the wall pretty big time, but luckily somehow keeps that thing facing the right direction. Only loses
Mike Witt off again. He's going to lose a spot to the 75 of Justin Callahan.
Oh man, well, we'll go to that right now. And Jeff O'Quinn did only lose 1 spot to Nick Fleury there, as we saw on screen. But yep, Mike Witt in that final right-hander before the start-finish line. Big-time drift, does an awesome job keeping that thing facing the right direction, but did lose a spot as now Skip Gandy goes off track. And I think still able to lead the blue division as he gets loose coming off the corner trying to put the power down. Does an awesome job saving it. Barely off track, so an awesome set of driving by all those drivers, keeping it all facing the right direction.
Guys, I have an update regarding the Andrew Payne restart story. I tried to get down to pit road to talk to Steve Letarte, the crew chief of the number 93 Ford Mustang, but I was stopped by security and I was almost arrested, so I was not able to get that scoop. I am sorry. I'll try again some other time.
Oh man, as we see Eric Papineau.
Steve Letarte's not crew chief.
Yeah, as we get some crew chief mix up, but Andrew Payne hauled it into that last corner. Eric Papineau tried to do the same thing, put it off into the sand trap. So now Nick Fleury is about only a second behind Eric Papineau for 4th position, and then Skip Gandy is now a second behind Nick Fleury. So the position for 4th, 5th, and 6th is heating up on track, but a bummer to hear about that, Tim. Luckily, you did not get arrested here.
Yes, I know how Wisconsin prisons are, and I do not want to visit one.
Yep. You get called cheesehead for a reason. As we go back up to the front of the field, Dan Parmley will click us down to 8 laps to go as he crosses the start-finish line. As he's running a sweet scheme here tonight.
Yeah, he's running a Chevrolet. He's been running a Ford the whole season, but recently joined Papineau Performance Race Team, and they run mostly Chevys over there. So I think Paps has finally convinced him to switch over, and it's working for him well. That old bow tie's out front tonight.
There we go. As Parmley is running his signature white, yellow, and red scheme, you can always count on Dan to run that sort of color scheme. whether what paint scheme is on the car, it's always seems like it's a surprise for that 710 machine, but always running those same colors, which is always awesome to see.
I just want to point out, if you haven't taken a close look at his car, that is a 710. It's not a 71. There's a very tiny 0 beside the 1.
Oh yeah, very down low on the machine, but I don't mind a 71 machine out there, out in front.
Especially not when it's leading, right, Brett?
Oh yeah. As we look back a little further here, Nick Fleury still within a second of Eric Papanow, trying to see what kind of battle he can create inside of 10 laps to go. I believe.
Yeah, and how about that? I thought Nick Fleury was done for. He hit those tires pretty hard, but here he is coming up on the 4th position.
Yep, he is doing an awesome recovery with a damaged race cars. Nathan Goot now sticks it off track coming out of the final corner. Barely gets that thing sideways, keeps it under control. So another off track incident for tonight's event.
Yeah, Goot here has not been having the night. He was going off track even before the green flag was waved, but hey, he's still in it. He's sticking it out. Probably doesn't have the car he wants, but just making laps, getting points.
Yep, and he just needs 2 drivers to fall out in front of him, and he's get one of those top 10 finishes. Yes, Dave, we got 3 people up in the booth here. You can make it a 4th. You can just come on in. The door is unlocked apparently tonight, so
yeah, we do need a crew chief here up in the booth. If people don't know, Dave does have experience crew chiefing cars.
Yep, he is a very, very wise old crew chief, so if you ever need some experience, Dave could tell you what to do and what not to do on a race car.
You saying he's old?
Maybe.
Very old.
Like triple digits old. As Tanner Tallarico off track and a huge drift to bring it back on. So a little bit of issue for our 2nd place driver as of right now. Yeah, once again in that 2nd right-hander of the racetrack, puts it off, and those rear tires got to be hot now. He's got to have a couple smooth corners here, cool off those rear tires. But I believe the only car that probably hasn't put it off track in this race is probably the 710 of Dan Parmalee.
The number 1 Chevy Performance Camaro still looks pretty clean. I don't see any damage to it, but what I do see is Andrew Payne creeping up in the picture.
Oh man, Andrew had a huge slide in that right-hander there. Does an awesome job not whacking any of these walls, but yeah, Andrew Payne. It was quite a moment as Andrew Payne, yeah, within 5 seconds of Tanner Tallarico. We'll have to watch. Maybe I can pull up a battle box here. And
whoa, battle box. Let's not get too fancy here.
And see what type of see if we can find any time distance gained here.
Andrew Payne's rear tires are gone. He is sliding all over the racetrack. It's going to be tough for him to reel in these front 2.
As we'll go back to a replay in the 43 machine of Eric Papanow in that fast right-hander, just barely sticks his left rear off the track, clips the grass, and that thing shoots that thing to the left, gets that wall pretty hard, and that lets the 25 machine and Nick Fleury 2 get by. So now Eric
Skip Andy, his teammates up there with
him. Yeah, so now the battle for 5th heats up as Eric Papanow will try and hold off Skip Gandy, as Jamie Beasley also sticks it off track. Not sideways at all, keeps that thing clean, so he looks good there. As we go back up to this battle for 5th, and Skip Gandy about half a second behind. As we'll
With Skip
continue.
Gandy leading the blue division, you have to wonder how hard he's going to push it racing his teammate, or if he's content just riding right there behind him.
Yeah, but it is a top 5 finish in the stat book. You can get another one of those notches in that thing if you can creep inside the top 5. As I'll try and look here.
And Pap's just about put the right side off, and it looks like Jamie Beasley in the 4 car has retired from the race.
Oh no.
Dave Payton says he is stuck on the couch, whatever that means. Hopefully it's not a super
Probably
glue or anything like that.
No, like soft stuff like that. I don't know.
Sounds like he's come down with a tough case of the couch related.
As we look at this battle for 5th place now here, folks. And it looks like the old Blue Deuce machine has gone off track in the first turn. Let's see how bad, if any. Just too much speed started locking them up, and luckily a lot of runoff room in these to the tire barrier. So keeps that Blue Deuce machine clean as we'll go to this battle for the 5th position.
It looks like Eric has put some distance on Gandy right now, but I wouldn't count out Skip just yet. If Eric makes one mistake, Skip will be right there. Sorry, this Kit Kat is just... I got Kit Kat mouth. Just messing my words up.
Yeah, no problem.
You've been hanging out with me too much.
As I finally get the right battle box up on screen, folks, we can see their last couple laps here, and Skip on the even laps closes a ton of time on Eric. So the last time by Eric Papinow was actually about 3/10 quicker, but Skip had an awesome corner that last corner and was able to reel in Eric a ton. We'll have to wonder how differently that 43 machine's driving with that left front damage.
Skip's probably an underrated road racer, but many years ago he did have real life experience on road courses, so he surprised me the first time I raced with him on a road course. He's definitely got some skills.
Skip Gandy, a road racer. I would have never guessed that.
You learn something new every day there, Tim.
I guess so.
As these two drivers are teammates, so we'll have to see how aggressively they race, but we are inside of 5 laps to go. And a track like this, I think you got to take every opportunity if a driver in front of you makes a mistake, because you never know when you'll get another chance.
That is right, especially here at Road America. It's going to be tough. As we see Skip Gandy here just keeping it within distance of Papinow, but not really breaking any ground on him.
Yep, keeping the pressure on him for a mistake, but that's about it. As Skip has a couple not super great corners, and now Papinow able to drive away a little bit from that 20 machine. As we look at the 2nd place driver, Tanner Tallarico, and Andrew Payne notching almost a full second that last lap to the 1 machine. So if Andrew can keep up that pace, he should be able to catch Tanner Tallarico by the end of the race.
But will he be able to pass him with those rear tires as hot as they are right now?
Right.
That will be the question, the age-old question, if you can catch a guy, but then can you pass him?
Seems like Tanner has been, minus the off tracks, I haven't really seen him slide the tires too much, so his tires might be cooler than Andrew's.
Yep, as we see one car on pit road, it looks like Michael Witt from the 9th position is down pit road.
Yeah, that car looks like it's got a little more damage than the last time that we saw it, so I wonder if he had an off track and maybe overheated and needs to take some tape off.
Yeah, something, a tough night for a bunch of drivers here at Road America. This track will make you pay any way it can, and it has sure done that. As we go back up to the second position here, Tanner Tallarico running down this as Andrew Payne sticks the left sides off it. Somehow, once again, still doesn't hit any of these walls down this long, fast backstretch straightaway.
Yeah, just surprisingly, no tire slide at all there. Just kept it clean through there, was able to navigate the corner well, and he's coming up on a sort of tricky corner here. The last sort of right-hander, he sticks it out well, and he's coming to log another lap and see if he gained any ground on Tanner.
Yeah, we'll have the box up on screen here, folks. We'll see if it changed at all. And Andrew was only able to notch about 0.02 of a second on Tanner Tallarico, so pretty even lap times there, not what the 93 machine needs for the second position.
Yeah, he's just... We're running out of time here. It's lap 26 to 28. Something bad's really going to have to happen with Tanner for Andrew to be able to pass him. Some sort of mistake.
Yep, as we go to the front of the field, we'll look at this pretty sponsorless 710 machine so far. You know, any sponsorships that needs a ride, Dan Parmalee making a great case tonight on why you should put a sticker or two on that 710 machine.
I know a couple sponsors.
There we go, Tim. We'll have another RogersCars.com car out here.
Yeah, I'll sponsor them.
There we go.
Yeah, give me the paperwork. I'll sign the contract right now.
There we go.
You got the paperwork, Richard?
I think Becky's got the paperwork.
Oh, yeah, my attorney. I'll have to talk to her, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to. Maybe we can make a deal in some post-race interviews tonight.
Maybe. It's sounding a lot like that's gonna happen.
It's Dan Parmalee.
Almost an 11-second lead here now, so he's just cruising at this point. He wants to see that white flag.
Yep, as Dan Parmalee comes to the final turn of this lap, once he hits the start-finish line, we'll see popsicle sticks up from the flagman. 2 laps to go in the AP25 at Road America. As we'll look a little bit deeper in the field, Eric Papineau, big time off track in that right-hander, and that lets Skip Gandy get by for the 5th position.
Oh, wow. These mistakes, like we were saying before, you just got to execute every corner or you're going to get passed.
Yep, as Eric Papineau, a little bit too hot in that right-hander, maybe missed some braking point, and then stuck all 4 tires in the sand, and you cannot put down the power whatsoever. And a big enough mistake for that 20 machine to get on around him.
And I think I have some radio chatter from Eric Papineau to hear. We'll play it over the mic. This was coming from Eric Papineau as he slid off track.
Kyle had no clue that Kansas was down on the inside.
Excuse the language there, folks.
Sorry about Eric Papineau's language there. We apologize to all the children listening to this, but yeah, just not happy with himself there.
I'd sound an awful lot like Kyle Petty, but I had no idea Paps had a voice like Kyle Petty.
I don't know who Kyle Petty is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He must be some local yokel or something, right?
Yeah.
I thought he drove the 21 car before you got in it, Tim.
I don't know about that, but...
Oh, that was David
the
Pearson.
Yeah, the overall story here is Eric Papineau not happy with that, as we... Parmalee's coming here to take the white flag here shortly.
Yeah, as Dan Parmalee makes it through the final left-hander, getting ready for the final right-hander, the final corner of 2 laps to go. He'll be coming to the start-finish line with 1 lap to go here at Road America.
And that's the most upset I've seen that 710 all day in that final little rumble strip before the straight. He's driven a fantastic race as we see the white flag waving.
Yep, as Dan Parmley takes the white flag here at Road America. Now he just needs to hit his marks for 1 final lap. A 12-second lead over Tanner Tallarico in the 1, followed by Andrew Payne in the 93 and 3rd. 4th place is Nick Fleury, and then rounding out your top 5, leading the blue division is Skip Gandy.
Let's not forget, Dan Parmley actually started off in the blue division, but decided he wanted to go after this overall championship in the red, so he stepped it up to the red division, and it's paying off as he's about half a lap away now from getting his first ASRC career win.
Yeah, and he's definitely proved he belongs in the red division, just every week, just putting on a good show and just putting on good finishes.
Yep. Always, it seems like I'm talking to him in the booth after every race, but cannot get that elusive first win, as he might be able to do it tonight, as he's half a track away from being able to do it.
Yeah, working with him at Daytona a few weeks ago, I admit I was definitely the weak link, and I lost just a ton of time. And within 1 stint, he gained back all the time that I lost very quickly. He is a stout road course driver, and we see him navigating through the final few turns here.
As we see Dan Parmley going down the backstretch for the final time. That car looks good, but it'll look even better in victory lane as he has to navigate 3 more corners, make that 2 now.
Be the 2nd win of the season for Papanow Performance as well.
Yeah, the season opener at Daytona, Eric Papanow won, and don't want to jinx him, but it looks like Parmley's going to get a road course win for those guys as well.
Yep, coming out of the final turn here, he's going to climb up the hill and underneath the little TNT bridge, and Dan Parmley scores his first career win with ASRC in the Sportsman Series.
How about that?
Dan Parmley is tonight's big winner here. Tanner Tallarico now crossing the line in 2nd place. Now we'll go back to 3rd place. Now coming up over the hill, Andrew Payne. Got to go a lot further back now to Nick Fleury, making through the final corner here. That beat up 25 machine hangs on for a 4th place position here. Now we'll go back even further to Skip Gandy on the final straightaway, going up over the hill. He will finish in the 5th position.
Wins the blue division.
And wins the blue division. You are correct, Tim. Eric Papanow crests the hill in 6th position. Cresting the hill in 7th position is Jeff O'Quinn in the 94 machine, 2nd place in the blue division. And we come back to Justin Callahan in the 75 machine, coming through the last corner. He will bring it home P8, but 3rd place in the blue division. We will go back to Michael Witt, who is in 10th position actually, but is cresting the hill right now, I believe a lap down. And then we'll go all the way back to the Blue Deuce, who will finish 9th in tonight's race. Then 11th is Jamie Beasley. 11th is Nathan Goot, who is now finishing up his lap. 12th is Jamie Beasley. 13th is Richard Pruitt, and then 14th is Tim Rogers, both of them in the booth.
Hey.
So we will go.
Tried our best, me and Richard did, but we just weren't cut out enough for this track.
It's a very tough one.
It would have been okay with me, Brett, if you'd stopped reading out the results after 12th place.
I know. I mean, as we will look for all these drivers. We got a full scope of interviews tonight to do, folks. 4 drivers in total. Who should we start out with? Skip Gandy, the blue division winner, or should we start out with what's that?
Let's do Skip.
Alrighty. we will start with Skip Gandy as he finishes up his outlap. We'll start the interview a little early. Alrighty, Skip. We have Brett, Tim, and Richard in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Brett.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations on the Blue Division win. Finally get to talk to you in post-race. How was the 20 machine and how were you able to do it here tonight?
A lot of concentration. Other than that, I'm just happy my teammate won the race. And Eric finished right behind me, so we all got top 10s for a good run.
There we go. An awesome job out of PPEM Motors. Well, the M is Motorsport, so PPEM out here tonight. You guys did an awesome job representing in the field at a very difficult track.
Hey, Skip, Tim Rogers up here in the booth. I just want to ask you, how do you prepare for a race like this?
Well, we've been practicing for about a week and a half now, pretty much every night, trying to get prepared for this.
And it definitely looks like it paid off, because all you guys ended up having a clean race and were able to bring home top 10s.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep, awesome job, Skip. Well, before we let you go, you got anyone you want to thank and give a shout out to on that 20 machine?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tagaray, Liberty Live, and I'd like to thank Eric for doing all my paint schemes, and I'd like to just send a special shout out to Dan for opening the race tonight.
Alrighty. Well, awesome job in winning your division here, Skip, and best of luck to you. Hopefully we can talk to you here more.
Great run, Skip.
Okay, thanks, Brett.
Alrighty, that was our 5th place finisher, but our 1st place Blue Division finisher. Well, here comes the fun interview here. We'll talk to the 93 machine of Andrew Payne. Andrew, do you got a copy? It's Brett, Tim, and Richard in the booth.
I got a copy.
Alrighty, Andrew. Well, I know we gotta start the question asking at what happened on that restart.
The car stalled, would not start again. I was saving fuel because I knew we were gonna have to save to get to the end, and yeah, I stalled it and it would not start. And under other circumstances, I would have probably waved off the green, but with it being the road course that it is and stuff like that, I wasn't about to wave off the green, so I just kind of unfortunately had to take the self-induced penalty. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself and kind of with the night, but you know, you live and you learn, and hopefully for next season I can go out, and I plan on going out next season and being even more better in the road courses that we have coming up.
There we go.
You did a fantastic job trying to catch back up. We saw you sliding all over the place. How hot were those rear tires by the end of the race?
They were gone. I burned up stuff trying to race some of the guys, and I could just not get the drive off that I had before, and I just did a lot of the issues I had in the second half of this race were self-induced, and unfortunately I think it cost me there, but you know, oh well, not everything will go my way each race and stuff like that, and you know, I do gotta congratulate Dan on the win, because man, in that first stint we were battling, and he was, you know, we were within a second of each other that whole time, and you know, he definitely deserved that one big time, and I think it's his first win in the league in general, so that's pretty big for him and stuff like that, so that's cool to see him go out there and put on a show and win the thing.
Alrighty, Andrew. Well, an awesome job for a 3rd place finish when you had to restart whatever, 7th or whatever it was. So awesome job on that P3. I know it's not what you wanted from tonight, but still a great run nonetheless. Before we let you go, anyone you want to give a thank you shout out to?
First of all, I want to thank all of our just title sponsors for the league. PepsiCo, Frito-Lay, Tagaray, QuickTime, Luke Oil. They all make this series and league as a whole possible, and we couldn't do it without their support. You know, Hall Metal Fab, V&H Fresh, Citrus Head Sawn Mower, QuickTime, All of my sponsors helped me get to where I am running today, competitive. I want to thank my parents and grandparents and stuff like that. Thank my fellow admins and teammates at Downforce. I want to thank you guys up in the booth. You guys put on a great show each and every week, and I'm sure tonight wasn't the best because of how spread out we were, but I know we put on a show in the first part, and just thank everyone in the league for coming out. It's I really do appreciate everyone's support. Keeps us going and stuff like that, and keeps us wanting to do stuff like this for the season and for years to come. So,
alrighty, folks. Well, congratulations on the top 3, Andrew. I'm sure we'll be talking to you here as the season continues, and best of luck to you.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
Alrighty, that was our 3rd place finisher, Andrew Payne. We'll try and talk to now our 2nd place finisher, Tanner Tallarico. Tanner, you got a copy? It's Brett, Tim, and Richard in the booth.
Tim and Richard?
Oh yeah, what
is up?
It's a full booth.
What's going on, guys? Well, we want to know what's going on with you. I am drenched in sweat, and my feet hurt, and my steering wheel is all gross, and yeah, surprised I got 2nd, I'll be honest with you. I was not thinking I was going to run that well against Andrew and Dan. I know Andrew had some problems, but I was just talking to Dan down in the waiting room, and I knew after the first 10-lap run that we had after the first stage that our pit strategy, I think Nick was on it with me too, we were just going to pit a lap early and try to cycle out to 1st and 2nd, and it worked. And the biggest thing was I wanted to lead a lap, get the bonus point, and we're able to do that. And then on the restart, I kind of got a bit of a lead, and was kind of comfortable there for a second. And as soon as I saw Dan get around Nick, I was like, okay, now I'm just going to be as smooth as I can until Dan gets here, and then once he goes around, I'm going to try to latch onto him and learn something. And I did. I was actually surprised. I figured out immediately where I was losing the majority of my time under braking, just following Dan there for the 2 laps. I was able to stick with him, but learned something for if we come back here, and like I said, surprised myself finishing 2nd, so good day.
There we go. Tanner, we gotta ask. We asked Andrew what happened, and it seemed like you had an issue too. What happened on that restart coming to green?
So we were all saving fuel because we knew it was going to be close, especially me and Nick, because we pit there before the stage break, so we were even going to be tighter on fuel than those guys that pit at the stage break. And we were saving fuel all the way down the backstretch, and then coming up through those last couple of corners. I think it's Canada Corner. I don't even know the corner names here. That's how much of a road course guy I am. But I think it's Canada Corner where you go underneath the big billboard there. And car was on and everything. I just wasn't paying attention, and I thought the guys around me were speeding up and still saving fuel, not realizing that they were under power and going forward. So as soon as I realized that, the car was already on. I just got on the gas and took off, and it must have bottled up Andrew while he was saving fuel or something, and it stalled his car out, which sucks. Like, that's obviously not intended. You never want to do that to somebody, but it was just me not paying attention. Just being an idiot. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, once we went green there, I didn't see Andrew in my mirror. I thought maybe he couldn't get it fired at all, but it looked like he did, and I'm glad that he was able to get back to where he did in the race.
Yeah, crazy sequence of events happen in a short amount of time there on the restart. So, well, Tanner, an awesome job bringing it home in 2nd place here, especially being on a way different strategy than the rest of the top 3. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank, give a shout out to on that one machine?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, as always, all of my family and friends that tune in to watch us. I don't know if she's watching tonight. I forgot to tell her, but Grandma, if you go back and watch a replay, hello. Or if you're watching now, hello. I will talk to you soon. I think my mom might be watching. I don't know if her girlfriend's watching. If you're watching, hi. Everybody on the car that I don't actually have, but we're running the Chevrolet Performance livery. I'm looking for sponsorship if anybody wants to sponsor a sim racing car.
I'd be more than happy to welcome you. Everybody at ASRC, all the admins, obviously you for putting this on, and I guess I got to thank Tim and Richard tonight for being in the booth. I'm sure it was a ball. You guys probably put on a really good show. I heard the guys in the sim talking about what you were saying. It sounded pretty funny, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But all the members here at ASRC, and yeah, that about does it for me. I'm just, like I said, glad to be able to finish second tonight. Did not see myself finishing that well, but we did, and I'll call it a win. Anytime you can finish second to Dan Parmalee on a road course is a good day. So we'll go ahead and roll into Richmond.
Oh yeah, and beating that 93 machine, Tanner.
Yeah. And Andrew's obviously no slouch either. He won Watkins Glen earlier in the year. Both those guys beat me at Watkins Glen, and I'm just happy to be able to be in the conversation, I guess, with him. I choked that one away at Watkins Glen early in the year. I think I should have had third locked up. Had a loss of talent moment and gave away third. I think I finished fourth, but yeah, we're rolling right on into Richmond. So we'll see how we can do on the short track, I guess.
Well, Tanner, I just hearing you talking about sponsorship and all. I just want to extend a deal to you, maybe a contract offer to have for RogersCars.com to be a primary sponsor for at least 2 races this year.
Yeah, you'll have to call my agent Becky, and she will.
Wait.
I think we have the same agent here.
Yeah, that was Tim's agent we were talking about in the broadcast.
Yeah, I saw her in the Enfield Medical Center.
How many Beckys are there?
I don't know. Enough. But yeah, there can never be enough. So get your Becky in touch with my Becky, and we'll talk business and see if we can't work something out for Richmond.
Okay.
Work out perfect.
Alrighty. Sounds like a deal.
Awesome.
Alrighty, folks. That was our second place finisher, Tanner Tallarico. Tanner, best of luck to you. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again here soon.
Thanks, boys. Have a good evening. We'll see you later.
Alrighty, that was our second place finisher, Tanner Tallarico. Now we'll make the trip down to Victory Lane and talk to Dan Parmalee. Dan, do you got a copy of Brett, Tim, and Richard in the booth?
I've got you loud and clear, guys.
Alrighty, Dan. Well, how was the car? How'd you do it? And you finally got the monkey off your back. You got your win at ASRC.
It's about time. I figured this was going to be my best chance with the remaining races to really go out there and win. Hopefully this taught me a few things that I can transfer over to the ovals and be able to contend for some wins there. But really wanted to get that first win. Really wanted to do it at this track. I mean, it is just so tough. But, you know, the practice paid off, and I think there was a little bit of luck there when Andrew and Tanner were trying to save gas coming to the restart, and Andrew couldn't get the car restarted, and I just heard America's crew chief in my head saying luck is where opportunity and preparation meet. So definitely put in a lot of practice over the last 2 weeks, and the car was definitely quick. You know, fastest lap ended up being lap 2 following Andrew at a 2:12.798. So car definitely had some good speed, and I was definitely competitive there with Andrew and Tanner.
Yeah, awesome job, Dan. I gotta ask, what was going through your, well, I guess you said it with the opportunity thing going through your mind when you saw that 93 car kind of falling back on that restart with going to green?
Yeah, at that point it was just picking my battles and being careful getting around Nick and Tanner. You know, I knew I was faster than them. It was just going to be, you know, a couple areas where I was comfortable. I would try to make a move. Turn 1 was definitely one of those where I got Nick. And Canada Corner, I definitely saw a lot of people struggling there, so I figured Tanner might not be any different. I might have a little bit of an edge on him coming into that corner after what I saw the last couple laps. So made that move, and it stuck to the curbing and just trucked right through there and just set sail and just tried to keep it consistent, not make any mistakes, and hope Andrew didn't get past Tanner any quickly, and looked like he got held back and just kept the concentration and just was cruising up there.
Yeah, Dan, you did an awesome job keeping that concentration and keeping that 710 machine cruising. I mean, I don't think I've maybe once saw that 710 machine sideways break those rear tires, so you did an awesome job managing that race once you had the lead, and an awesome job picking your way through that field when you had to.
Dan, I'm just wondering, this is your first win. And to be first on race day, you had to pull out a bow tie. Did that make a difference in today's race?
I don't know. I'm going to actually say it was the paint scheme more so than the manufacturer. Eric Papineau put together a really nice paint scheme that was in the spirit of the red and yellow Ford that I had been driving. So I think that was what made the difference. It turned out towards the end of preparing, I was pretty even in both cars. So I think it was the paint scheme that made the difference.
Those paints, man, they're worth a couple of tenths, I'm telling you.
Oh, definitely, and it's nice and shiny, so I'm sure that helped.
But what?
Hey, Dan, it's Tim Rogers here up in the booth here. I just want to. I see you run an unsponsored car every week, and I was just wondering. I was just going to extend a contract offer to you if you wanted to run RogersCars.com on your car, anywhere on the car. It doesn't matter. Just I wondered if you were interested or not.
Oh man, I feel like this is like the Victory Lane scene in Days of Thunder, getting myself a sponsor. So yeah, let's talk after the Victory Lane celebration, see what we can work out.
All right, sounds good.
There we go, making it happen down in Victory Lane at Road America, signing contracts and giving out autographs. The 710 machine of Dan Parmley doing it all down here. But now, go ahead.
I was just going to say it was a great race overall. You know, ASRC puts on a great show. Brett, you do a great job in the booth along with Tim and Richard tonight. You know, I can't thank the series sponsors enough with Pepsi and Luke Oil and Taggeray. And also, you know, we got Taggeray. I think Eric hid Taggeray somewhere on the car. It's a team sponsor along with LibertyLive.Church. So big shout out to them, and definitely give a shout out to the parents they were watching tonight, and a big shout out for my wife letting me come out and do all this preparation for this race. It was definitely worth it.
There we go, Dan. Well, now that we got that all out of the way, now you can check the final box. You got the contract, got the win tonight, and now you get to go celebrate it down in Victory Lane. So Dan, we'll be back down here to celebrate with you in a little bit, but go burn it down and go live it up, man.
Oh, definitely. We'll see you next week in Richmond for home track, so we can bring there, see if we can get 2 in a row.
There we go, Dan. I like it. And, yep, I'm sure I'll be talking to you again later this season with that consistency that 710's been on.
Definitely. We'll see you next week.
Yep, see you, Dan. Have a good one. Alrighty, folks. That was our race winner, Dan Parmley. So, boys, what did we think?
I think it's a long time coming for Dan getting this win. I know he's super happy. I said it during the broadcast how hungry he was, and I think this is mission accomplished for him.
Yeah, I agree with Richard. I mean, it was bound to happen or not. Dan's been running so great this season, just finishing in the top 3, a lot of races. It was bound to happen, and I'm glad he finally got the monkey off his back and he was able to get his first win.
Yeah, it was definitely awesome to see that 710 machine finally come through and get that win here tonight. I bet he's burning it down there, celebrating Victory Lane, and it's going to be a whole big shindig here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like the police are knocking on the door, and they might be asking for me, so I think I might have to go here soon, Brett, so...
Alrighty, Tim. Well, be safe. Hopefully you don't get in too much trouble. If so, I assume you got to contact Becky to get you out of the jail.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anything can happen at Road America, like we saw tonight, and everything's gonna go good.
Yep, there we go. Well, we will go run down the standings here before the door gets broken down, and we'll send it a night. So, Dan Parmley in the 710 machine brings it home in P1. Second place, Tanner Tallarico in the 1 car. Third place, Andrew Payne in the 93. Fourth place, Nick Fleury in the 25. Rounding out your top 5 and winning the blue division, Skip Gandy in the 20. Bringing it home 6th place is Eric. Oh, go ahead, Pruitt.
I was going to say Eric Papineau comes home in 6th. With the 94, Jeff O'Quinn in 7th. Justin Callahan finishes in 8th. Great run for John DeMeester in the 2 car, finishing in 9th. And rounding out the top 10, first car off the lead lap was Mike Witt in the 26 car.
Bringing it home, P11 is Nathan Goot in the 5. 12th is Jamie Beasley in the 4. And then our commentators up in the booth for 13th and 14th. Who? Well, guys, I know you guys didn't have the finish you wanted, but it was a pleasure having you guys in the booth. It was awesome. Definitely going to have to rewatch this. Hopefully all the racers out there tonight can rewatch this race because it was a very awesome time.
I agree.
Yeah, Brett, thanks for having me.
Thanks for allowing me to be up in the booth and forget about my race completely.
There we go. Well, before we fully go, we got to give a shout out thank you to ASRC for putting on everything going on here. The Sportsman Series for all the great action, all the competitors that showed up tonight. Luke Oil, Tagaray, Frito-Lay, PepsiCo, all those guys to make all the series happen. And, of course, all the admins to make the final works go into this thing. And, yeah, boys, and you guys for jumping up in the booth tonight. It was a lot of fun to be up here. Got to thank all the comments in the YouTube comments. You got Debbie, Carson, Dave, and Justin. Gotta give a shout out to all you guys. All the viewers watching, all the replay viewers, whether you're in the race or rewatching. Thanks again to everyone, and everyone be safe. Have a good night.